Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Skyrim here at Homie and the Dude. I am your unexceptional Dungeon Master. I'm joined by our exceptional cast of players here today. It's an exciting episode. It's actually Ryan's last episode with us, so we are so thankful that he's been able to join us on this journey.
Thank you very much for having
being a part of it, dude. It's been a pleasure. He's off to go travel Africa like an absolute legend.
Yeah.
And after that shout out, I want to quickly shout out the editing team of Becky and Ben. Shout out the art team of Alex, Josh, and Victor. And finally, shout out our sponsor for this stream, Underground Oracle Publishing. They have allowed us to use some of their content. So Blake is playing Toad, one of their awakened familiars, and using some of their amazing spells and whatnot. So if you're enjoying what Blake's doing as his character, definitely go check out UO Publishing. Final thing I'll say is we at Homie and the Dude do have a newsletter that you guys can join. It's called the Newsletter of Holding. We give away free supplements once every 2 weeks. You'll also be entered in free dice giveaways, family-made XL dice that we make here as a family. Me and Tracy and Tom work on. Furthermore, you can also get updates about our airship combat Kickstarter, which will be coming very, very soon. But without any further ado, last time in the Skyrim, our players arrived at the People's Republic. And after, we had two very intense dream sequences before we arrived, where Evis got to meet a person very important to them, but it was a bit of a soul-crushing experience. Rom was contacted by an old colleague who is trying to get him to spy and be a little bit sneaky. Furthermore, we then had the team arrive at the People's Republic. They met Gerald, the guard, at the entry and had a nice chat with him, showed their papers. From there, you guys landed at the People's Republic, and you actually encountered a homeless gentleman called Igor. You had a little bit of a chat with him, gave him some coin, which was a really nice moment. Then the group split up. We had Arnar and Toad head into downtown to go to their place of business and home, the beauty boutique known as Sheer Horniness, for all those hoofed, horned, and taloned creatures that need to get sorted out. From there, the other half of the group went basically to go take Evis to the Camille Medical Center in Uptown, on the bridge of like Uptown and Midtown. On the way, that group heard some woman basically shouting for help, took a little detour and went and actually saved a young woman called Uma Carlisle. They were able to basically get some guards away from her and ended up actually killing one of the guards and knocking the other one out. And then Uma invited the team to a party. And from there, they proceeded to then go to the medical center. While that was happening, we had Arnar and Toad were in downtown having a bit of a montage scene as they did a bunch of paperwork after this most recent escapade that they'd been on. And it was a really nice little montage moment with them before they began making their way uptown. Not before, though, Toad stopped to find out a little bit of information, because Arnar disclosed some past demons that had been lingering with him, of an old school friend who had stolen some of his work and had published it as his own. And Arnar basically was very mad and wanted to get this gentleman. And Toad went and tried to find out a bit more information about where he could be found and things like that, and was told that he could be found likely at the university here in the city, or that he could be found in the fencing, the underground fencing club called the Mansurin. From there, our teams kind of converged in Midtown, met one another, and proceeded to the medical center after a very interesting taxi journey with Sleepy Abe, the Minotaur. Yeah. And our party entered the Camille Medical Center and met Kathleen Camille, the owner of the Camille Medical Center, an amazing woman who was able to help Evis with the kind of lock joint, the paralysis stuff that they were kind of dealing with. And then advised Evis that they were likely to have to deal with this new, like, kind of static electricity thing going on within them for life possibly, and that they might need to grab some leather gloves or something like that. The group then proceeded to leave the medical center and decided that they wanted to go grab a quick bite to eat on the way to Ulfur's house. Stop at Tina's place, a shawarma kebab shop in the Isogashi bazaar. However, on the way, you bumped into a busking group. There's a bunch of people busking, and the lead singer was a little bit drunk, and there was a nice crowd there, and the lead singer ended up like falling over drunk and passing out. The rest of the band then proceeded to ask the audience if anyone wished to come and perform anything, some poetry, a short story, or even a song if they had one. Of course, Toad, our bard, leaped at the chance to get the green jalapenos, as our group are known, into a musical performance. So, that is where we're going to join back in. So, if you are all sitting comfortably, then let's begin. So, you guys are just in you're just below uptown. You're on this nice kind of street. You can see that it's cobbled here. There's brown, beige, like cream buildings kind of either side of you, and in the center is like a group of maybe 30 people in an arc with like a band kind of stood there. You've got a drummer on like a kind of haphazardly made kit of like buckets and like cymbals that are on like sticks, and it's very much that kind of vibe. And then you've got a guy who's playing like this double-necked lute, basically, that he's got. And then you've got another gentleman off to the side who's got like what looks like some sort of like brass instrument, this like gorgeous like metal kind of thing that comes out and sounds really like soulful and really great as you guys arrived. And if you remember, the crowd had just parted as Toad had asked to be the ones to go up on stage. The crowd had parted and was turned to you guys. The band are stood there and like, yeah, come on up. You said you're the green jalapenos. Come on up here. What? And they kind of like look at you guys and they kind of gesture to you as the crowd has parted and you're all kind of stood in a cluster there. Over to you guys.
We actually go. Is everybody ready? Arnold, you got your symbol ready?
Yes.
And then Gio, we need you to whistle like an angel again. Okay,
yeah,
so you got to keep that.
That's no problem. I whistle. Sometimes I whistle on my own just to practice. And sometimes I whistle under my breath. So I've been waiting for this and practicing for it. So I think I'm ready, Toad.
Oh, you are. You're more than ready. You're definitely ready. I'm gonna do bardic inspiration on Gio. So.
Amazing. Amazing. So as you guys kind of make your way through the crowd to join the band, the drummer kind of stands up and is like, well, what you guys want to play? Do you want me to be in 3/4, 4/4? What type of tempo are we talking? What you need from us?
Keep it 4/4. We're gonna keep it 4/4. Okay. Yeah, just keep it a little simple and Blanco, Blanco, that howl. Let him hear it. Let him hear it.
This is it. I'm ready. Listen.
So okay, 4/4. I'll keep the cymbals splashy. Are we talking funk? We talking jazz? What type of? Where are we going with this? I'll keep it. I'll keep the cymbals splashy. And where are we going with this in terms of genre? Just so we can get our heads around it.
What do you guys feel? Rom? Yeah. What do you feel?
I think I can turn myself into a bagpipe, maybe, if I like squeeze really hard and get some steam coming out my like neck.
So the drummer's like, "What's a bagpipe? That sounds super interesting. Hell yeah!"
You're about to find out.
Jazz bag.
So jazz? Are we thinking some jazzy?
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ode is down for whatever. So.
You see the dude. You twirl his drumsticks and like sheath them behind his head, and from his hips he pulls out 2 brushes, to like a drum brushes and switches it and holds it kind of like at this angle, and is like, cool, I'm ready. And you see like flicks his snare so that the metal chords at the bottom kind of release, giving it a bit more of like that kind of tom kind of sound to it. And they're like, okay, you lead, we'll just follow. So if you'd like to, I'll go around and we'll see what everyone's doing, and then if the group can make performance checks, everyone can make a performance check. That would be amazing. So, Gio, how are you performing today? You said you're doing whistling. Is there any extra flavor going with the whistle today?
I'm looking to Toad's lead just to see, but I'm locked and loaded and ready to go. So as soon as I see Toad drop a note, I'm going to be right there with him and just try to improvise the best way I can, knowing that I've never improvised before. But that I think deep down in my core, in my shell, and my claws, I have it within myself to do this. It could be false bravado, but I'm ready to go. Just ready to go.
Amazing. And Blanca, what are you doing?
Well, Blanca's used to sort of like being out on his own. So when he's howling, he loves like when he's like in the mountains and he can get a bit of an echo going. So walking up there, he's sort of going, sort of like just making sure that everything's like his vocal cords are all loose and ready, because just being a little bit shy, because in front of a crowd, he's being out there on his own, but he is so fucking ready for this. He's just like, yeah, jazz, whatever, bring that on,
Incredible. Rom, describe how you're going about it, and how are you performing today? Any extra flavor on top of bagpipes, and describe how the bagpipes work within Rom.
Yeah,
I'm very interested.
I was about to go
into that.
When you're like trying to hide a fart and like lift one leg up, like to like get it out. That's kind of like the position Rom's in.
Oh my god!
He's had one jazz song in his entire life. He just like said jazz because it was the first thing that came to his mind. So he's just gonna try and make the jazz bag work. Yeah.
Amazing. Evis, Amber, what's Evis doing this? Have you got the pan flutes out like last time, or how are you going about it this time?
Yeah, I think the pan flute is. I mean, the pan flute's definitely out, but they're still like kind of weak from the like medical journey. So I think they'll more so want to take like harmonies and just kind of add flourishes here and there, rather than trying to be a major part of this, if that makes sense.
Of course.
Is Evis still in a wheelchair too, by the way, or do we need to?
I think it would be smart if they were like sitting, but they can.
They can crutches too, right? Okay, and I'll make sure to get a chair. Yes.
Yeah. Evis's body is back in functioning order, but there's still some fatigue there. It's not a quick recovery. Do you know what I mean? It was one that gave motor function back, but not the quickest of recoveries. And Arnar, are you hitting it with the tambourine? How's Arnar rocking this
one? With the tambourine, I think Arnar is somebody who, I think we've said this previously, is very mathematical in his execution of music. So he's definitely trying to go for those polyrhythms, hit some of that double time swing we're talking. So even
math rock.
Yeah, math rock, some Tool, fully syncopated.
There you go.
Fall of Troy.
And finally, in no way least but last, Blake. What is Toad doing? The leader of the Green Jalapenos, at least musically. What's Toad doing in this moment?
Oh, just get into the zone. Just closes out for a second. Just gets that musical zone, and goes up and just touches his head to everyone in the group. It's like a quick, just a little head tap. Make sure everyone's kind of in there, and just let everyone know that, hey, just do your best. Let the music flow. That's all we can ask for. So, no worries.
You see the drummer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just go into it. As you guys get into the music, you can see that it ends up being a little bit like very kind of calm build at the start. And can everyone make a performance check? But because of Blake giving you guys that little pep talk, you can all roll with advantage. Go for it.
keep in mind be intelligence based because
The
it's
26.
polyrhythms versus
Yes.
charisma.
Of course it can.
I'll roll investigation. Well, I'm not.
I got a 26.
26. Jesus
my God.
Christ.
20, not now.
20 not nat. So 2 20s.
16.
16 for Blanco.
I got a 19.
19. Oh shit! Here we go. This is another fucking absolute bar burner from the Red Hot Troopers. What am I saying? The Green Jalapeno. 6 from Rom. 6 from Rom. This is a new thing for Rom. He's trying this out for the first time. Geo.
Big 7 for Geo. The first note that comes out of his lips is just a little bit of a squawk. And he starts,
With inspiration?
With
I
inspiration.
mean,
inspiration is an additional roll. Is that what it is?
No, you
it's
just
a
get.
D8.
Oh,
I did. Also, you get
Bardic
inspiration. You get inspiration for your description of that fucking that bloody. You fart bagpiping.
Thank you.
Was too good not for inspiration.
Even with inspiration, Geo is sensing the moment, and although he's feeling supported by his team and his group and his friends, the first couple notes don't come out great, and that's working on him a little bit.
Overall, though, as Rom and Geo kind of trying to find their moment, the group kind of carries you back in, and you're swept back into the flow of the music. You guys find that rhythm, and it starts kind of building a little bit more. You see that the first kind of row of the audience are kind of like bopping along now, and you can see everyone starting to like get into it a little bit. And then, probably about like halfway through your first song, you can see that a woman kind of steps out, a tiefling woman steps out with what you presume to be their partner, a tiefling gentleman, both of them red skin, big horns. The woman has like sleek, straight black hair, and they just begin dancing in the middle and kind of doing like some salsa and pirouetting with each other, and it's really beautiful. And the rest of the crowd just starts joining in. People start grabbing partners and just start dancing. And for this one moment, since you guys all met each other, there's just this moment of pure bliss. The band are perfect time with you guys. The whole street where you guys are is just filled with dancing couples and people. And the energy is just beautiful. All the oppression and things that are going on in the Sky Realm, everything that you guys have experienced, you know, Evis, the dream that you had and the injury that you had, all kind of just fade into the background as you're all just really in this moment, loving it, all of you together. And I would like everyone to please make a perception check.
And then can I also do, I may have a spell that I want to do too in a second.
Yes, please.
Perception.
My passive is 18, if that means anything.
Yeah, we'll go off of that.
My
yeah.
passive's 16, but I
Got a
did roll
20.
20? Cool.
Oh, is it passive?
13. Geo's also as the vibe is starting to happen, is starting to let that anxiety or any of that insecurity just fall away, and is looking at Toad, and it's getting real. It's kind of trying to make maybe not eye contact with Toad, because Toad is making pure eye contact with the audience.
I'll because for a second I'll turn. If I notice you start to a little weak, I'll definitely kind of look at you, just kind of while I'm playing to kind of give you that nod of like, come on, you got this. Don't worry about
and
it.
Geo is just seeing how Toad is moving, is trying to replicate how Toad is moving, is actually feeling that energy is now passing between them, and Geo's now trying to replicate that.
Amazing.
That move.
Did anyone roll below a 16?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. 16. Okay. Cool. Okay.
I rolled a 7.
You roll a 7. I'll also I've got everyone's passives as well, so we'll go off of some of those as well, just based on that. So R&R and Toad and Rom, you all notice that there is a gentleman kind of at the back of the crowd. You can see that he has a large brim kind of hat with a feather kind of coming out the top. I mean, he's got this like white, like what almost looks like fox wolf pelt kind of draped over his shoulders. He's in a magnificent, basically like cloak and like garb, basically very elegantly dressed. And he's got a cane and is just kind of leaning up against a wall, kind of just nodding as it's going. And you can see, as he kind of lifts his head, you can see that he's a drow gentleman, and he's So he's this drow gentleman, and he's very round. He's got like a nice beer gut on him, and he's kind of like leant back. He's got his cane, and he's got a foot forward. Rom, as you notice him, you hear a voice in your head, and the voice says, "Interesting. Wonder who that is. Don't tell the group that you've seen him." And you recognize the voice is the same person that you saw in the dream that you had in the last session. But the rest of you continue playing, and this vibe is really beautiful as you kind of come towards the end of your...
And I want to cast... Can I cast a spell before the end?
Yes,
I want to cast
go
a
for it.
cantrip.
Please
So I'm
do.
going to kind of just... Toad's playing his heart out, and I'm going to do Siren Seeming, set a random person in the crowd. So what that does, you create like a lifting melody that ensnares the mind of a target that can hear you within range. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failure, it must make a dash action to move towards you by the safest available route. So basically, I just want to make a fan just go crazy, like, you know, like when the Beatles are playing, the crowd's screaming. I don't want to do that to one person, so it's going to make out to the random person in the crowd.
Amazing. So it's a random
Like-
person. You don't want to do the guy at the back.
I was going to do a random person.
Yes.
Like that one dude in Avatar who appears in the crowd every so often and like gets the like foams at the mouth
yeah.
from excitement.
Yeah. Amazing. So what you see is one of you see this younger gentleman just basically rush to the front. It's like, "Oh my God, my new favorite band! This is incredible! Oh my God, it's so fucking good! Oh, it's blowing my mind! And like, oh, the licks, and the tambourine. Who knew you could play a tambourine? Like, oh, jeez, it's so good! Oh!" And he's just freaking
Morty?
out. Yeah. Basically, yeah, a young like human like gentleman is the little bob cut, yellow t-shirt. And as you guys come to the end, the drummer basically starts doing that, and you guys kind of hit like a jam section, and then suddenly come into the end. And as he smashes the last cymbal, the crowd erupts in cheers, and the band turns to you guys like, "Wow, that was incredible! Holy shit, you guys are freaking amazing! Whoa, that was such an honor. Thank you for joining us. That was great. Holy shit!"
Geo just reaches to person next to him, who is Evis, and just pulls Evis' hand, and then kind of nudges Evis and like raises his hand up to like motion for everyone to hold hands, and to start to kind of do like a group bow as you would do in the theater. So at that point, hopefully everyone is holding hands in that moment where oftentimes there's a standing ovation, or at least people are clapping, and just looking for the lead, and Geo just starts leaning forward a little bit to see if everyone else will engage in a little bit of a bow.
It took
Yes,
us
absolutely
nearby.
does.
It took us nearby and does it as well.
Yeah, Blanco sort of holds hands but takes a deep bow, because like this is amazing. Like normally he's like, no one's around, and like his howling is just sort of like to himself, and he's like, "Whoa, maybe an encore or something." He's like not sure what's going on.
My understanding of fans is you either do an encore or you leave them wanting more, and then they'll keep following you. So it's up to you guys. I'm up for either.
You see the band be like, we've actually got somewhere we got to be in Midtown. We're doing a performance at the Fishbowl, and one of them turns to the drummer turns to the lutist, and it's like, "Yo, Greg, can you pick up James? Look at his fucking drunken ass. Can you pick him up, and hopefully we can sober him up on the way to the Fishbowl to perform." But guys, thank you so much for doing this for us. And they grabbed the hat that was in front, and they split the earnings in the hat, and kind of give you guys earnings. You can, but whoever wishes to take it, it's about 10 gold pieces for you guys.
Total?
Total.
Okay.
Yes, Sam.
Or could
wanna
you-
say something?
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
I was going to ask, Order, could you possibly give them a card for the green jalapenos? Could you write to them really quick, just so you know if they need to, if we need the band or something?
Maybe we should give them our business card as well, because if they run into any trouble, it could be a way for us to generate some green shoots of future business. I'm not sure what do you think,
That's a
Arnold?
great idea.
Arnar kind of like sighs and like takes out like kind of this like big like kind of unrolling leather kit of stuff to make business cards with.
Oh no! Wait! You can do let's do what Gio said. Why not just write green jalapenos on one of the ones you already made? You know what I mean? Just like
Give them a
That's-
green jalapeno.
That's incredibly unprofessional. Why would I do that? It's not the same business at all. It's entirely different corporate entities. I don't know what you're talking about.
that's true, but it's
legally,
jazz.
I think
you know,
he's
so-
right.
Oh, so Jazz breaks the law. So Jazz allows us to skirt the law.
There isn't with jazz. There is no law, so
I don't
I
know
guess
if I
you say
want to
that.
do jazz then. The law is why we practice this profession.
jazz is its own law. So it's
Oh.
yes,
At
it's its
this
own
moment,
I need
Like-
to relearn the laws of the land when I play jazz.
yes, exactly.
at this moment, Blanco leans in and goes, "Oh my God, Dios mío, that was amazing!" And he sort of like tries to make a group hug too, because he sort of senses that Arnar's getting a bit uptight, and he's like, "Come, a group hug! Oh, amazing, amazing!" And he's like trying to reach up and down, and
Ron's a
Goes in
little
an
bit
arrow with
unwilling
a small arm, just like well.
As you guys are doing this, the band has packed up and kind of moved on. You can see that the crowd is dispersed, and the gentleman that the three of you saw, is no longer there to be seen. It's kind of disappeared off into the shadows and gone. And you guys are left stood in a street in Midtown. Over to you guys. You were on the way to Tina's place, I believe. But if you wish to alter your course, you're welcome to do so. But that's where you guys were headed. I'm not sure if you. Yeah, there you go. Over to you guys.
Blanco goes, "I don't know. We have the money. We're hungry. We can use the money to go and have a shawarma, gyro. This could be, the winnings could be dinner."
Just made lunch. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I will mark it down as a business deduction.
I think it makes sense to me. So I mean, it's now we're dabbling into multiple
Actually,
things. So.
I don't. Do they tax food here in the People's Republic?
Just a little bit, yeah. Just
Oh, okay.
just a little
Then
bit.
yeah,
Just a little bit.
he's getting every bang for his buck, considering he lives over a poof salon. So I mean, my guy R&R is getting every penny he can.
We got to pay rent early, by the way, too. We
do,
promised
that's
to pay.
right.
Yeah.
You guys have R&R and Toad. You've been to Tina's place before. It's one of your favorite places in the Isogashi Bazaar. You guys know the way there. You know the route. It's pretty straightforward. It's a couple blocks over and into the center kind of market section of the People's Republic.
Gio notices that Evis is still not quite right and is just a little bit low on energy, and not sure if that's a slight shuffle to their step. It just goes over and says, how are you doing?
Thank you for checking on me. I'm trying not to draw too much attention to it. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just it's been an incredibly long day, Gio.
Yeah, we're going to get
would
some
love to
food.
get.
That might make you feel better.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, just not used to this type of feeling of running on fumes.
Yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a tough couple days. Well, let's see if we can recharge our batteries, get you feeling better, get you stocked up, and maybe your energy will come back.
Here's hoping. We'll see how this goes. But thank you for checking, Gio. That's very kind of you. You didn't have to.
I'll always check, Evis.
Amber's gonna cry.
Did we all overhear this? Were we able to hear this conversation?
You're sitting in a circle. I don't see why
Yeah.
not.
So I would definitely be like, you know what? Here's some food for the soul. So I'm gonna mimic a song that I've heard Evis playing. I'm gonna do enhance ability using Bear's endurance, so it helps Constitution checks. I mean, I feel like that's because like Toad just wants to help, and he feels like he doesn't know what else to do other than music. That's all he knows how to do. So he's gonna try to add some comfort, even if it doesn't do anything. He's gonna try to add comfort with the song itself. So yeah. So now you have advantage on all Constitution checks.
Amazing.
For how long?
Good question.
For an hour.
Oh, hell yeah. Great. Thank you.
We love a good bit of that. So as you guys kind of begin making your way through the streets of Midtown, you can see that as the night kind of begins setting in, it's about 5 to 7 o'clock, somewhere in that range, though the shadow from the island above is making it hard to kind of guess based on the sun what time it is. However, Gio, I do know that you and Rom both have a watch currently, so you would know that it's exactly 6:35 in the evening. As you guys make your way through the streets, and you come to basically this like gap, this corner entrance basically, and as you kind of look in, what you see in front of you is an absolutely wild kind of like space. It's a large square, and you can see that there's stalls kind of lining the sides all around. You can see that in the center is like this bazaar kind of like marketplace with a bunch of stalls with like a canopy going over the top. And you can see that the canopy, even from like the edge of this square, is like a absolute gorgeous miasma of like different colors. And as you kind of look at it from afar, it looks like you're almost looking up at like a starscape. You can see like the underside of it, and it looks like almost like a starscape, and like all of that like almost like galaxy dust, and all of that kind of stuff that you see on a night where it's perfectly clear with no light pollution. There is probably in front of you about 1,000 people just mingling, moving. It's very, very busy at this time of night. There's a bunch of people kind of running from stall to stall, lots of noise. And the smells that hit you as you enter the square are just stunning. You have things like, you have spices, you have herbs, you have cooking meat, you have like almost jerk meat being cooked, barbecue, all this different, smells kind of just emanating around you. And you guys know, Toad and Arnar, that Tina's place is actually one of the first couple of stalls as you enter the bazaar, which has like 3 kind of walkways with stalls and shops either side underneath this like canopy. Over to you guys.
What would you recommend, Arnar, if I were to get something? Can you order extra lettuce on something?
I would assume you can. Though here it's typically cabbage, not lettuce.
Cabbage.
I typically get beef shawarma wrap. They have a special kind of bread where it's a bit more puffier than your typical flatbread, and it's very good.
I'll have one of those. Maybe is it big enough? Is it filling?
I mean, I eat one, and I am about 350 pounds of pure muscle, so you can take that as you will, I suppose.
I think I'll have 2.
Oh, good luck.
You can see that as you guys are saying this, the queue that was kind of lining up to Tina's place kind of dissipates as people get their food, and you see this moment where there's no queue there up to the stall. If you guys wish to go over. Also, by the way, there is hundreds of other shops here. If you want to have a peruse or anything else, feel free to do so. But it's completely over to you guys at this point. You can go as you please in this square.
Toad's definitely gonna get his favorite like kind of fried insects. He gets a lot of stuff. So once here, he gets like some really good. Yeah, so he's definitely gonna pick some of those up. Do you guys want to? Have you guys ever tried insects? Like, don't think about it. I mean, just try them. It's if you haven't, it's so excellent.
No, crickets are great. They're a wonderful source of protein. It's almost like little crunchy peanuts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit like bacon bits on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Definitely use them that way. It's genius.
It's Earth's bacon bits.
We normally have chorizo. So maybe this will be earth bacon bits. Very nice.
Yeah.
I will have a shawarma, more vegetables and some earth bacon bits
Sprinkled on top. That's how I
on
want mine.
top, and sometimes some fries inside. Some potatoes fried on the. Oh,
So are you guys
fantastic.
approaching Tina's place then?
Yeah, checking
Yes.
the menu.
Amazing.
Amber, I wrote that down,
It
Amber,
ha-
because that was genius. That Earth's bacon bits. Like I wrote that down because that's that's genius.
As you guys approach this stall, you can see that it's a red sign with yellow letters. It says Tina's Place. And you can see that as you kind of approach, the front of the stall is very small, but as you look into the back, it kind of does that like Harry Potter, Doctor Who kind of TARDIS effect. You can see that though the front looks small, it goes really far back. There's like a big kitchen area behind there, and there's lots of kind of people going about. You can see there's a couple of like goblins working in there. You can see that there's a dwarf flipping some stuff on like a grill. But you're greeted by, Arnar and Toad. You know them very well. Tina themselves. Tina is this giant bugbear gentleman who's wearing a tiny little apron that has the body of an elf on the front of it, just like the body, no head, of like an elf on the front. And Tina's like, "Oh, what's going on, guys? Regular for you two. Who are your friends?"
Oh, well, we have Geo, Evis, Rom, and
Rom's outside.
Marco. Oh, Rom, never mind. Oh,
Yeah. All right. Can't
Never
he
mind.
feels a little bit like alienated from it.
Oh, I'm gonna. Oh
Really?
no. Toad's gonna like. Hold on a second. Wait, we're missing one. Hold on a second. Arno, you talked to. Good to see you, Tina. Tina, give me a second though.
You too, Toad. And pleasure to meet Bo, Levis, and what was I can't remember the other one, but yeah, nice to meet you, Bo and Levis. Pleasure.
I am Blanco Montana.
But Blanco, Montana.
You're so close.
Close. Yeah.
Let me try.
Just inches.
Blanco, Montana.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Fantastic.
So we go two north. He turns around. And he's like, two regulars for our good friends Toad and Arnar. And you see the whole kitchen turn around, and they go, Yoitachi! And they kind of all turn and shout to you guys, and then get back to their work. And he then turns to the rest of you. He's like, "Oh, what about the rest of you? What are you on?"
I'm gonna have exactly what Toad and Arnar are having, but I'm gonna have it together. And I'm gonna have two of them.
Damn. Okay. Two of Arnar's regular smashed together. And you see the whole kitchen again. Yoitachi! And then they get back to work and just straight down at it.
I love how we've manifested because of the fact that Tina is a bugbear. All the portions are just huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're super big. So let's do.
It's value, yeah.
Blanco, what do you want? Bio's getting that. What are you getting?
To me, that is maybe a little too much for me. But yes, I am with Arnar. Maybe a half portion of Arnar with some of those giant earth bacon bits on the top. They sound mind-blowing, a revelation. And maybe some fries, potatoes in mine.
Of course. We'll have a half an hour and some extra bacon bits and some potatoes. The kitchen again. Yoitachi! And they get back to just kind of working.
Have you been naming a menu item after me this entire time?
I mean, you come here so often that I thought you knew that.
Can I? And he takes out a bunch of business cards. Do you mind if I left these up here if we're gonna. And he kind of just like puts a little pile of them on the counter.
Not at all. For my favorite customers, of course. And he kind of, grabs them, does the old tap, and you Arnar, you appreciate, that he's trying to make them like meticulous, like there's no bits kind of sticking out. Does it like 3 times on like different angles, and then like generally kind of places them. He goes, "I'll make sure. Oh, rest of you, grab a business card. A friend of mine just left these here. Rest of you, can you grab a business card?"
Oh, we're with him.
Yeah,
I'm on the business club.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, I was just. Okay. So Levis, what are you getting?
Yeah, I'm actually very interested in falafel if you have it.
Oh, we do the best damn falafel around.
I'd kill for some falafel right now.
I know, same.
I haven't eaten
It's
any
10
today.
Do you want it in a wrap, in a pita? Do you want it just in like in a box with some salad? What type of how do you want it in?
Yeah, do you have like if you have like any couscous or what have you, and maybe like a tzatziki sauce, that would be incredible. Maybe some calamatas.
You know what? We have couscous.
This is just Amber's order. This is just Amber's falafel order.
That's not a problem at all. We can do couscous. We make some amazing couscous. You know what they say? The food's so nice they named it twice. And he turns around and is like, he's like, we'd like a falafel with some couscous, some salads, and some bits. We'll put it in a wrap, mix it all up. You know how it is, guys. And the kitchen again, Yoritachi! And they then just straight back to work.
Can you make 2 of those?
Look, it sounded great. You're just, is this for later?
Do you just want a bite of mine? You can have some of mine if you want.
You need all you can get, Evis. You maybe can have a bite of mine if I don't have enough.
Well, you know what, guys? It will be ready with you in just give me one moment. At that moment, we cut outside of Tina's little like stall area to Rom and Toad. Toad, you've gone outside to find Rom. Just kind of stood there.
Just like fiddling with a leaf on his shoulder. Like, just doesn't eat, So it's a little thing a ritual that you guys do, and I just don't really get it that much, or I'm very jealous of it.
Hey, you know what? I'm not that hungry, so if I can stay there with you, that's no problem.
No, you've got to eat to survive. I'm not going to deprive you of that because of my feelings, dude. Like,
hey, 1 meal is you're worth missing 1 meal. Okay, you're more than. Come on now. And I got filled up on songs, so I'm right now feeling my soul is full of music, so I can survive off that for a long time.
As you're saying this, an old woman kind of pushes in between you two, like right in the middle, and is like, bloody newcomers always smelling the place up, and just kind of continues shuffling down the lane, and just continues shuffling into like the bazaar, and then turns off in one of the stalls, and continues past you guys.
Insight perception check. Like,
you can make an insight check. Go for it. Yeah.
What was that?
What
nice.
the
24.
what did he say? What is that?
And I was going to cast a spell.
24. With the 24, you can tell that this old lady was in a hurry to go to whatever store they were wanting to go to, and you look kind of around you, and you can see that there's like a big gathering of like another group of people kind of behind you, and she took the quickest route, which was just between you two, as there was like just enough room between you guys to just bomb between you and get through, basically.
Just a rude
I'm gonna do
old lady.
prestidigitation and make like a really bad, just like egg smell appear around her.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation, so
Fart
make her
smell.
really smell
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
You see her get to the door of the store and like goes open and it's like, you know, I'll go to the other potion shop today. And kind of begins meandering, continues up the lane and
Mel follows as far as I can.
Question.
Yes.
When this old lady said smelling up the place, did they mean as in these newcomers are stinky, or the newcomers are smelling the wonderful delights at Tina's?
The newcomers
my
are
question.
stinky. The newcomers are
Oh
stinky.
no,
From the
that's
tone,
mean.
From the tone, the newcomers are stinky. Not that they're like giving it the old.
Those
the nose
newcomers
smell.
always smelling Tina's place. I was like,
It's like oh man, what is it? Jimmy John's, where you can go in and get like free smells, and they advertise that.
damn it, I'm so hungry.
like Rom, potato mines in them, Rom. Just yeah, it's
Less than a week, then I get you your
speed.
burrito.
I was gonna say yes.
Finally.
We cut back inside, and Tina is serving out. And you basically have like these styrofoam kind of boxes filled with like either wraps or like whatever you guys ordered. And they are probably, if we're looking at like how big Toad is overall, it's probably about 3/4 of Toad's body worth of food for each of you. And he just says, he's like, here you go, 10% discount for friends of R&R and Toad. And R&R, you eat free you eat free. We got you, brother. So for everyone else, that's gonna be 5 silver from everyone else, if that's okay.
Blanca at this point looks to R&R because he's got the money from the gig and sort of goes, the money from the show is, are we individually paying, or are we?
Are we dividing this by?
We do with like 4 meals.
Yeah, I guess I should pay for twice what everyone else is paying. I don't mind.
I thought we're using the money from while I'm outside.
Yeah, R&R is just gonna take if it costs 2 gold pieces for 4 people, which is 20 silver if I'm not mistaken in my conversion rates. R&R is gonna put down 3, and says, keep the change.
You're too kind, R&R. This is why you're our fucking favorite. That's why we named this. Guys, you hear R&R? And he puts the extra gold piece into like a jar, and it says money for Ganjika jar, and it's just on the side, and tips for Ganjika basically. And he's like, the R&R hit us with the tip, guys. And you hear the old kitchen. Yeah, you're Itachi, woo! And they all then just get back to work, and just sweating away back there. And you guys have your food.
Blanca takes the opportunity for this sort of like hype and all good, and he sort of leans around as everyone's taking their food and leans into Tina and goes, perdóname, pardon me.
Oh yeah, yes, Blanco.
I have a question. You must see many people in one day. It seems like your food is very, very popular.
We're pretty popular. Yeah, I'd say so. We're pretty popular. Yeah.
It seems that way.
He points to his right to a like thing that's stuck on the wall, and it just has number 1 shawarma stole in Isogashi Bazaar, and he's got 5 years worth of awards. Like there, he's like, oh, we're pretty popular, Yeah.
I see that. I just have a quick question for you. I am on my own personal mission, and it's very important to me. I'm wondering, do you have a customer that happens to have black hands by any chance?
Like they're dirty, or like what would like skit like what are you like? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, just this is something a memory for me is the black hands, and so they could be the skin type is black or burnt in some way is what I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, the gentleman with black hands. I mean, no, I haven't seen anyone with like ebony or onyx kind of colored. No. Sorry, I'm really sorry. And I have a really good memory. He turns. Don't I have a good memory, guys? They all turn around. Yeah, he's got a good memory. Yeah, good memory. Yeah, good memory. Yeah, I've got a good memory. I would have remembered a guy with black hands, but who knows? And we don't get a lot of uptown people, coming down here, So who knows? He might be someone from uptown. It's very rare we have, those folk coming down. It's mainly downtown, midtown people, that kind of thing. So, I hope you find this person with black hands, and I hope they hope you have a nice day with them or whatever.
Thank you. I hope it is imperative that I find them, but I will enjoy your food to sustain me.
I'll keep my eye out. And he lifts up a business card. He's like, I can see there's an address here. If I see anything, I'll send someone down to sheer horniness. I'll send someone there. And he places the card back meticulously in the pile.
And I go, Blanco Montagna.
Blanco Montagna.
And he sort of like grates just a little bit because he's so used to, his doggish people sort of like saying people's language so wrong, and he's sort of yes, you're so close, but it is wonderful.
I'll remember you, Blanco.
Tina, thank you very much. And he turns back to the rest of with his lunk of food, kind of,
Amazing. Well, I'll catch you guys soon. Have a good day. And the kitchen again, Yoitachi, which means good day to you guys again. Just shout it from the kitchen.
Blanco sort of in his head is disappointed. He really felt that he might start to hear of things, and so internally he sort of like swallows that down and knows that this, while this mission is ongoing, he's going to ask as many people as he can to.
Amazing. You guys join Rom and Toad, who are kind of just outside of this bustling stall, and you guys have all got your food. Do you guys want to have a little peruse around any of the other stalls here, or are you making your way to Ólafur's at this point? What's the?
I'm actually curious about who they're collecting tips for.
It's in. You want to ask? You want to ask?
Yeah.
Would I know?
We don't know.
So you guys know Ganjika is just skyweed. It says that they're just collecting tips.
Oh,
for skyweed,
I should have seen through that. I should have. But guess what? I didn't. And that's on me.
Tina likes to relax after work with his colleagues. What can I say?
Good calls. Good calls.
Yeah. And you guys are kind of stood. You can hear someone off in the corner being like, "Get your gauntlets here! Get your gauntlets! We've got the best gauntlets around. We don't do van braces. We do gauntlets. Come and get your gauntlets over here." And you can hear someone else being like, "Roasted fish! Come and get your roasted fish!" And it's just chaos all around you guys. But now that you're kind of under the tarp, you can really see that this tarp above you is stunning. Like the colors here are amazing. Not to mention all the stalls, but this tarp above you looks like a galaxyscape. It's absolutely that cosmic dust kind of look. It's just stunning above you, even though it's busy and hot, very hot. There's lots of people, so it's quite toasty at this point in the city. But over to you guys. What's your guys' plan?
I hear the gauntlets, and then like nudge Evis and be like, didn't the doctor advise something for your hand? After Toad gave him some kind words, and he just feels like he needs to help the group a little bit more, assimilate a little bit. Like thankful for that.
You hear a voice in your head as you say this to Evis, go, "Why are you helping them?"
I shake it off, and Evis, do you need gauntlets? Yeah. Oh, gloves?
Yes, actually, thank you. I do. I do need gloves, some leather gloves, but they said not bracers, but what's the
I don't know the difference. Yeah, just things that come to mind.
A bracer would cover your wrist and protect you from harm in such a fashion where if you were to check someone, it acts as a small shield, whereas a gauntlet covers the entirety of your hand.
Thank you, R&R.
Yeah, thank you. Good to know.
R&Rpedia.
Literally, yes.
I know many things, most of which is quite useless. Until it is not.
That was quite useful, so...
Thank you.
As everyone's walking around, Gio's just trying to manage, literally a pile of food that is... It's taking up both of his hands, so he's trying to have it in one hand so he can actually bring some of it to his mouth, but some of it's dropping away, and he's feeling a little bit embarrassed that he ordered so much food. Trying to make the best of it.
Maybe we should sit down. Like Toad, I feel like would probably notice. Maybe let's sit down for a second. I think I see a nice little spot over here. Kind of get away from the crowd a little bit. What do you guys say?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Evis and Rom, are you going over to the gauntlet shop?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amazing. You guys have made your way over, and it's called Lend Us a Hand. Is the name of the stall. As you kind of like walk in, you can see that the gentleman who was kind of shouting was kind of echoing through the shop, and you can see as you come in, there is gloves and gauntlets everywhere. There's like just all over the place. You've got like metal ones, you've got leather ones, you've even got some wooden ones. I'm not sure how useful those would be, but there's some wooden ones. And they're kind of like on shelves.
Minecraft.
Exactly. And there's some shelves either side of you, and then there's like a counter in front of you, and behind it are some items in like glass cases, some gauntlets that look a little bit more like resplendent and like, a little bit more bougie kind of in look. As you enter, he's like, "Welcome to Lend Us a Hand, best gauntlets around. What can I do for you? Or have you come for our special swag of holding special that we're doing at the moment?"
May I inquire? Like, what's that?
Swag of holding is we have a limited range of items here that are kind of like a bag of holding, but they're actually like, you've got plushies, you've got different types of things that you can open up and use like a bag of holding, but they're not shaped like a bag of holding because that's fucking boring. So we've got the swag of holding here.
How much is that?
It depends which one you want. What are you fancying?
I'm being like totally roped in here. Sorry, we're not actually here for that. We're here for some gloves.
Oh, well, we do. What type of gloves are you looking for? Are you looking for rubber, leather, plastic? What type are you looking for?
I kind of looked at Evis. What are you thinking?
No, I am looking for leather gloves, but I am intrigued to know exactly what you mean by swag and how I can hold it with my new leather gloves.
So the swag is an item. And he holds up a little plushie basically. And the plushie is this like little like dragon basically that is like cute, stout, has like a really cute little head and is very cute. And he just unzips the belly of this little dragon, goes, "See, like," and just tilts the head and upper body back. He's like, "See, you just put things in like a bag of holding, but it's just branding, we're just a swag of holding."
I need this immediately.
Okay. Here, that's not a problem. It will be 2 gold pieces for the dragon plushie of holding.
Rom also has 2 coins and puts that down. I'll take one of those. Are there any other different designs?
Yes, and he kind of points to the wall. What type of thing are you looking for?
Something that maybe like a little bit reshy, kind of look like a fire dragon, like just a flame one. Or I kind of had Squirtle in my head. Like something similar.
Like a Tortle?
Yeah, like a Tortle, yeah.
He's definitely got like a, like a kind of Haku-esque kind of dragon that you can zip along the whole body and then put things in.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah, taking that.
Not a problem. That one for you and the dragon plushie for you. So that's 4 gold for them. And then he turns around and he's like, leather gloves. Here, what I'm gonna do, because you guys are being so amazing today. You come in and you just totally loving it. And so what I'm gonna do you a deal. I'm gonna do you a group deal, collective deal. So what we're gonna do, and he pulls out a set of gloves and puts them down. They're these leather gloves that are just absolutely stunning. You can see that they've got like beautiful stitching. You can see almost like kind of like that like paisley kind of pattern in different places. And they're really, really nice. The gloves kind of, you imagine, would come up to like mid forearm for yourself, Evis. And he's like, "How about this? All of this for 3 gold pieces. I'll be generous today because it's been a quiet day. 3 gold for all of it. How's that sound to you guys?"
Rom is naturally.
Oh, that's a steal.
Oh, I've
Wait.
Insight before. I just like put my hand on your shoulder, just like hold on a second. Insight.
Wait,
to see,
oh my god, wait. you put your hand on my shoulder. Does Rom need to do a check?
Which shoulder? What shoulder?
Which side are you standing next
That's
to?
a great question.
Like, I'm not thinking
I'm
about
standing
it.
I'm standing to your right.
Yeah, so I put my hand on your dodgy shoulder.
So, Amber, if you're trying to stop it, then please roll your con check. If not, then we'll go over to Rom.
Will that be an advantage with that? With like
Yeah, you did.
for enhanced ability.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good
Hold
point.
on.
You do.
Thank
You
God.
lucky mother trucker.
I rolled a 12 on both of them.
Rolled a 12 on both of them. So your what you've got to beat is so it's because it's a con. Is that with the con added to it? The con saving throw?
Yeah.
So that is your DC.
Yeah.
So you do hit your DC dead on.
Okay.
Which means
thank God.
that you feel this surge of energy kind of build in your shoulder, but you manage to just kind of like clench and it begins to dissipate back down into your chest for a moment. Do you want to make an insight check on the guy?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I just I got a static electric shock there. That was a bit weird. And then like carry on. Yeah, insight check on the homie. 12. Oh, around a 12s.
You can tell that he's
It's not like dodgy equipment, or
No,
it's just
oh,
really
that's what
cheap.
you're
That's
saying,
sorry, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can just tell that his store is empty. There's no one in here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Then yeah, I think that's a steal. 3 gold, did you say?
Yes, 3 gold.
4 gold, and we
I
take
can-
spare pair of gloves.
I can give you some gold. It's not a problem.
4 gold and a spare pair of gloves for you. Of course.
Sweet.
He pulls out another set of the exact same gloves out of like a drawer, and like they're like identical. They're like exactly identical. He's like, okay, 2 swags of excuse me. Oh my goodness. 2 swags of holding and 2 gloves, 4 gold. Let me just ring you up, and you see he begins punching in numbers into like this panel that is next to him, and you see the panel kind of come to life and go, oh, a 3, a 4, a 5. Ooh, that's all tickly. Geez, well, sale for us today then, is it, Greg? And he's like, yes, be quiet. Shush, 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 shush. And a bit of paper kind of begins coming out, and the machine is like, as a bit of paper kind of comes out, and he kind of tears it off and goes, here's your receipt if you have any problems. We have a 14-day return policy, but yeah, it's all good. It should be fine. This is top quality stuff here.
Do you need the receipt, just in case?
I mean, it's I've had people come back and try and mess me around, so we just want to keep a record of things. And you see another receipt comes out, and he's like, see, this is my merchant's one, and he puts it in like a drawer underneath the counter.
Never. You know what? Thinking about it, I don't need a receipt.
Oh.
But thank you.
No problem. He scrunches it up and like kind of shoves it back in the machine, and you just hear.
Actually, we'll take that receipt again.
1 second. And
Oh no! I thought you were gonna like have to pull it out of his mouth. I was just messing with you. Sorry, buddy.
Cool. And he's like, is there anything else I can do for you guys today?
So I'll give him an extra gold. I'll tip him. I feel a little bit bad that it's an empty store.
He bites it. Thank you. Slides it straight into his pocket and not into the same drawer that he slid your other 4 gold coins into, and just slides it straight into his pocket. It's like, okay, I'll. Oh well, if you guys need anything else, you know where to come. Anything for your hands, this is the place.
Thank you.
It is the hand place, yes. Okay, so when adding these gloves to my inventory, Bodhi, like,
Yes.
what should I do? Normal gloves?
Yeah, so they're just a
Okay.
standard pair of leather gloves, but they just basically block the conducting part of your hands. So it basically means if anyone still touches you on shoulder and stuff, it's going to be bad times. But it means now you can touch anybody you wish to while wearing gloves, and anything you wish to without conducting your voltaic touch.
Okay.
Amazing. So we cut
Unless
back.
I choose to do it like Rogue from
Yes.
fucking X-Men. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Dead on. So, you guys kind of make your way back out of the store, and you can see that this group have kind of collected. You guys have pretty much eaten. most of your food. But over to you guys as you rejoin, and the food's kind of been mostly consumed. Though Geo still has 2 styrofoam containers full with food, and is finished about 1.
Geo, Toad didn't get to eat. Would you give him some of your leftovers?
Toad, you didn't eat?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I may eat some a little later, but I think I'm feeling good right now.
Toad,
Plus
come
I
over
got,
here. Toad, come over here. Come
We
over
have
here.
some leftovers back at the apartment. It's no big deal.
Oh yeah, we do. Gotta finish those too.
Oh,
That's a good point.
no. Hold on.
Toad, I
Those are
got
from before we left. I don't know. What
Yeah. Oh,
Toad, I got a spot right here on my shoulder. Come over here a second. I got some food that I ordered too much. I didn't know what I was doing, and sometimes I do that. And here I got tons of food, including a lot of that nature's bacon that you provide. It's really, really good, by the way. I love it. But here, come over here.
I fly over and kind of just kind of stand like perch on like his shoulder. Can't say there's some insect bacon. Come on now.
I think we could probably walk and do this. If I put this styrofoam and he wedges it right like next to his neck, so it's almost like a serving, almost like a TV tray for Toad. It's in that sort of eating level, and is stood up at this point. So Toad's in a place where he could have that extra styrofoam meal.
You see Tongue just like go out and just like kind of pick out insects, like pick up the insect bacon. Just
At this point, Blanco sort of laps up the last of his meal, sort of licks around his chops, and he sees that he's got like, you know, at the bottom of his like styrofoam some oil and stuff, and he turns to Rom and is like, Rom, I know you cannot eat with us, but if you would like to pour some of this oily juices into your maybe.
Thank you. That'd be lovely. I bend down. Would you do the honors? And then
I like pour like my residue oil in from the styrofoam into his like crevices to oil him up.
Beautiful. You feel your joints instantly become a little bit looser. It's less like
A little bit garlicky.
yeah, a little bit nicer. And yeah, there's a nice garlic.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Mi amigo, no, we share.
No pasa nada.
Sí.
Abuela.
Wait,
Did I get that right?
Blanco just rolls his eyes because, you know, everyone gets doggish wrong. He's just like, oh.
I'm feeling chuffed that I got it right. I'm just like, yeah. If I could smile, I would be.
Did anyone catch what time we were supposed to meet Ólafur? I didn't remember that.
oh,
oh
Well.
my god! I'm so sorry. My brain obviously was fried a little bit.
I think we were meant to go, wasn't it direct to his house and then afterwards?
he gave us some time.
We're a
I
little
think.
bit late for that.
Arnar knows what time it is. What time would that be, Bodes?
You guys know that it's now about 6. It's coming up to 7. It's like 5 minutes to 7 since you guys got here. And you know, Ulfur just said, when you guys have done what you've done, just come straight to his house. He basically said, just when you're ready, come straight to my house and I'll meet you there.
Red.
So are we heading to Ulfur's? What's the motive? What are we doing?
We can walk and
Ooh.
talk and
Yeah, I'd quite like to browse. Or just is there any like armor stores? I just like.
You can see a couple, but at this point you can see that, you know, some of the stalls are beginning to pull some blinds and things like that and start kind of shutting down. But yeah, there's definitely a couple of armor stores.
I just. Ooh, sorry to interrupt. I need to see if I can get some armor. This is a bit worn down, and I don't really like the metal. I'm not gonna lie. It's been bugging me for ages, and I've just seen something. Is that all right if I like meet you guys there, or if we're all heading? I don't know if you want to wait for me. That's a bit slow. Might be slowing everything down.
When the mouthful of insects, so it's like, well, I can, since me and Arnar, sorry, I got a cricket leg stuck in the throat. Since me and Arnar know the way to go, if Arnar, if you want to lead the group there, I can.
Well, I also have a map.
Get you guys there. Oh, true. Yeah, but maps. Oh, speaking of which, Gio, you have the map, right?
I have the map. I also have that sword that you gave me way back when. I have.
You remember you lost
his map.
you lost Toad's map, but you have the one that was given to you at the gate, if you remember.
So Toad, here's the thing. Technically, I have a map, and it's a very complete, comprehensive map. But the one that I lost it, Toad. I lost yours, and I hope it's not too precious to you. But I misplaced it. I don't know what I did with it. I looked everywhere back in there, and I'm pretty sure I don't have it.
That was the most special map that I've ever had, Julie. You just lost right there. That map meant so much to me. I'm playing. It's fine. I can make a new one. You're good. You're good. I can make a new one.
Gio goes from like normal color to like feeling that horrific like tint of rose colored, and then sees that Toad was gagging him, and then smiles and says, "Toad, come on, Toad." Yeah.
And Blanca goes, una broma, joke, and he sort of like growls and laughs at the same time, like,
Amazing. So,
I used to stand up before I did music. I did stand up for a time, but yeah, it didn't end so well. So yeah.
Oh, I think you are very funny.
Yeah, your timing is good. It's not just in music, Toad. The delivery, just how you held that for a second was really good, because I really believed you, and then all of a sudden you turned it around, and there I was, just sitting there holding the bag. It was really good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think it's a great idea that we go together, and maybe you come and join us. It felt like Ólafur was needing us, and
For sure.
can.
I can either meet you guys there, or if you're like coming back. Yeah.
And we have the tickets to the party.
Oh, I forgot about the party. Yeah.
How is everyone feeling? I'm satiated. I'm full. I'm ready to go.
Maybe go to Ólafur's first, and then wait for Rom, and then we'll go to the party.
Yeah.
See what
I'll probably stick with Rob. I don't feel like the town's a big place, and I feel like we definitely should kind of.
What party?
Stay somewhat together. I mean, group. Oh, the party. Yeah, wait, what party? I don't think Toast wasn't there either. Wait, party. What?
We were having a montage while that was going on.
Good point. Good catch.
We tell R&R and Toad what went down with the Uma and the whole situation, and how we ended up with tickets.
And we like fan out. We like go ticket.
Kind of kill two guards.
You can see that there's a ticket for each of you. You've got one ticket for each of you.
Can we wind that one back? You killed somebody?
Two. Oh well, we didn't. Someone else finished her off, or them off. But
your accomplice is to murder.
Well, technically, I think it was self-defense.
We were saving a damsel in distress.
From the government?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to hang low for a little while, because were there any witnesses? Did anybody see you in there who wasn't the involved parties?
Yeah, didn't someone hear? Or it was just like it was very like there were windows and doors everywhere. It was in a big alleyway or an alleyway.
What section of the city were you in?
Guys, his question.
I don't know. It was just buildings like everywhere. I'm not sure.
Were you in the lower district?
No, I think we were in the middle part.
All right.
You think we should? Man, you guys got some. Make sure. I mean, that's something we kind of want to lead with. When we.
Yeah.
That's something we need to. This stuff is.
It just anyway, she invited us to a party, but sorry, it just got like swept up in that kind of mismatch of hospital runs.
That is, I will say, very crucial information, considering. Okay. Well.
I mean, at least they're new. I mean, do you think they're gonna be?
No, I doubt they're in records at this point. And based on description alone, Rob might stand out, but everyone else, I don't know.
did nick the guard's armor as well, so just in case.
Do
Speaking
you
of,
have
is
it
that-
on? Do you have it on you?
Yeah, it's in my bag, which I begin to like.
Oh. Don't Arnar like grabs the bag and like holds it close. Not here.
Oh,
I
Not-
wonder if this would be something you put in your swag of holding.
that's what I was just about to like. I just put the bag in the
Maybe
swag.
maybe not out here. Whoa. Maybe not bring it out here. Let's let's walk and talk. You know,
Okay.
let's walk and talk.
Sorkin style.
Yeah.
Amazing. You guys walk around
Sorkin
the
style.
you guys walk around the edge of the market and kind of go out the other corner of the market, the lower corner, and start heading towards Ólafur's house, the address that he gave you, that the map directed you guys to, and showed you where it was. And as you guys kind of make your way through, it gets more quieter the further you get away from the market. And, you know, all these houses are kind of the same. But as you kind of come to, like, the precipice of Uptown and Midtown, you come to the address and you can see a gorgeous, like, almost like dark brown wooden house with, like, a small porch, steps that lead up to a porch. You can see that then there's a second story with a couple of windows in it. And then there seems to be some sort of third story that's like a loft with a circular window at the top. It's got like red tile roofing. And as you guys kind of arrive, you see Ulfur is closing the door and is stepping out of his place. And he's like, "Oh, hello there, everyone. Glad you all made it in some amount of time. How was your first experience? How's everyone doing?"
Your
Geo
place
just
is
kinda-
charming.
It was great. It was it was fantastic.
Thank you very much, Evis. I try and keep it tip-top shape. You know, I will show you guys around just a little bit later, but I do have something that I want to discuss with you guys. But it's magnificent inside. He leans in, kind of looks either side of the like alley that you're in. It's like it is where the water runners operate out of, so don't tell anyone about it. But anyway, it's magnificent. We've got beds and room and all kinds of space for everybody. Everyone should be able to fit in, even if we pull out a couple of. We've got these foam toppers that we can put on the floor if we need to. But I've got spare shit everywhere. Don't worry about it. Me and Anthea like to keep the place, nice and clean. I'm rambling. Sorry. Yes, Arnar, you look like you want to say something.
Is this a secure location?
Yes.
Good. And he kind of leans in because the four of them committed double homicide.
What? What the fuck, guys? You just I left you for 2 hours. It's been
Hold
2
on.
hours.
Wait, hold on. Evis is gonna defend themselves. I
Yeah.
did not kill that man.
You're
He's not-
again.
Neither did I.
He
Don't
was
vocal.
when we left. He was still alive.
My mistake. I misspoke. They are accomplices to double homicide.
Jesus Christ, guys. Now,
No.
we're trying to keep it low profile in this motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Okay, shit.
One of them was still alive when we left.
That's true, actually.
You
yeah.
left one alive?
Oh, that's suddenly worse. How?
Did they?
Yes, that's
did they
suddenly
see
worse.
you?
You not only have a witness, but you have a witness within the government who saw you kill his friend.
He was knocked out.
Right.
For
I'm
the
sorry.
entire fight?
Is this not helping? I
Did he
thought
see your
leaving.
face?
I thought leaving them alive was the good and just and right
Have
thing
you
Your
to
heart
heard-
was in the
do.
right place, Evis, but
This-
now we're.
There's a phrase called tying up loose ends, and that would be a very perfect application of such a thing, because otherwise, if we can't make this person not talk, then the four of you will appear on wanted posters very soon.
So, what was the morally just thing at this point to
It's not
have
morally
killed the other
just.
guy?
It's not morally just, but it is for the greater good, considering we are attempting to overthrow this government.
You know what? I'm kind of understanding what Evis is saying. There was a little bit of a harsh reaction to the murder, and then a little bit of a harsh reaction to the not murder. But both are fucking bad. Let me just clarify for the whole group. Both are very bad. We are not in a good position at this point in time. But what I will say is, good thing is you're new to the city. Not many people will have seen you, and I'm sure, you didn't take any, overt taxi rides or, went to any, big, important, busy places or anything like that. I'm sure you took a nice, safe route here as you came, and I'm sure you came directly after this incident as well, though it's taken 2 hours.
We had lunch.
You had lunch? Like out in the open?
Yeah, and we took like a tour cat taxi.
Okay, right. I'm going to teach you guys a couple of rules about being water runners. Number 1, what the fuck? You guys need to be more discreet. Number 2,
Speaking of discreet, should we go inside?
no. Good point. We are very loud.
Oh, wait, discretion means sitting outside. Listen, I'm very new to this.
You're very funny. Right. This is what I. Right. Okay.
I didn't even want to come on this mission. I'm just putting that out there. This is
not the time to blame people. This is not the time to blame Blanco.
Oh.
This is not what we need. Right. Okay. We will deal with this. I have some people within government that might be able to help us out, so I'll speak to them first thing tomorrow morning. But I was actually coming to look for you guys because you had been murdering people for the last 2 hours and getting food. So I was actually going to come looking for you. But what I'm thinking now is, yes, R&R.
In their apparent defense, it wasn't self-defense. However, the government will not see it that way.
You're not wrong. They don't. It's very rare that they don't tarnish evidence and lean it in their way. Bloody.
We were helping out a Carlisle, which is like a big thing for the Imperial
You met
State. So
a Carlisle.
Swept under
What the fuck, guys? This is crazy. 2 hours. What Carlisle? Who Carlisle?
Uma.
The daughter?
Yeah. Like she was in trouble, and then so we helped her out. Sorry, we give you little crumbs.
Are so lucky that it was the daughter and not the son, because thankfully, I actually know her, and she runs in 1 or 2 circles that I also run in. You're very lucky that it was her and not her brother. That would have been fucking bad. He's a little snitch.
Oh.
She definitely is not, which is good. She's not going to tell anybody anything, especially not her father, the bloody leader of the People's Republic.
Malcolm.
We also
Jesus.
had a successful jam session and collected 10 gold coins.
We did.
It feels like I leave you for 1 second and suddenly, like, you guys just do everything. Like, first of all, I thought I was part of the band, and I'm a little bit hurt, I must admit. But, like,
that was impromptu, okay? It was impromptu. You need someone right then and there. So
We almost got a standing ovation. It was really, really exciting.
For what it's worth, this is my Rumspringa, my release into society for the very first time. I'm just trying to live my best life, the way Alia intended.
It sounds like you
Your
guys...
Your Honor, my client was trying to live their best life. You need to understand.
Your Honor, I'm trying to enter my villain era. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You know what? Right. From now on, no more killing of guards. No more killing of guards unless I say so, okay? Like, let's just follow my lead. And no more killing of one guard and then leaving another one to go tell all his guard friends. That's also, let's not do that either. So, right. Yes, Toad. What's up?
Is this dragon? And I forget his name. I left my notes. What's his name again?
Sato.
It is Sato on him?
Yes, 100%.
I'm gonna say Draconic, like, yo, I mean, need to grab a drink after this. This is yeah, but hopefully you're doing well. So, yeah.
You all see as Toad begins uttering in Draconic, you see Sato's head kind of whip up for a second and kind of come back, and you can see that Toad, in your head you hear, "Fuck yeah, mate! I'd fucking love to go get a fucking bevy after this, mate. I know that Ólafur's got some fucking plans and shit. He was talking about some shit with me earlier, but yeah, mate, I'm happy to go for a fucking bevy with you. Maybe we can get the rest of this sorry fucking bunch that are murdering cunts to come for a bevy with us as well. That'd be fucking great."
I forgot he was Australian.
How could you?
Yeah, maybe I need somewhere. Yeah, maybe I can take you. I know a couple of spots. Maybe something a little more low key. Something a little more.
Wait,
So-
Loki is almost like what I want to start the night. By the end of the night, I want us to be fucking high key, mate. I want us to be fucking like raging, you know, like kick it, like bumping it, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you see him kind of his neck kind of moving a little bit. It's like, you know, a little bit of this kind of stuff, mate.
Ooh, hit the club, do a couple little dancing, you know, some of those.
Like,
You know, we'll see where
Yeah.
the night takes us. We'll see.
I'm down. Ólafur is like, right, okay, right. Here's what I needed to say. Jesus. This is what's up. I need to take you guys to meet Imani. Almost, we have to discuss what we discussed on the Thunderbolt. We need to go discuss this with immediately. She needs to know. And currently, she is at the Toranosu bathhouse in downtown, doing the fight night there. If you guys are happy to follow me, we can make our way there. And start heading that way as soon as, if that's good with you all.
Geo looks to Ólafur and says, "It sounds like you think we screwed up, but..." And then he pulls out one of the styrofoam things and says, "But we've got you some food."
You see, Ólafur's mood changes almost instantly. It's like, "Oh, well, you know, that's very kind of you." And he grabs it. And he's like, "Oh, I actually hadn't eaten." And
It is
I
half
hadn't-
eaten.
Oh. Well, you know what? It's good enough. Look, what we'll do, we'll take back alleys. I know a quick, easy route through Gnome City that can take us to the bathhouse as quickly and as quietly as possible. If you are all happy to follow me, unless you do you want to drop anything off inside the house before we leave? Now that would you like to drop anything off?
Hey, now don't forget that me and Arn are from here too, so we know these areas pretty well as well. So
You're right. I
Also, we have
completely forgot.
our own apartment.
Oh, well,
Granted, it is probably nicer over here, but all of our
well.
things are over there, plus the secret stash of weapons.
Well,
Uh,
another thought too. I mean, you've been away
nice.
from your apartment for so long. Could it have been infiltrated?
no, the
Never.
way Arn.
How would it
No.
have been infiltrated?
I mean,
We've taken every precaution. There's no possible way that. Additionally, we
Every-
follow the letter of
every-
the law as it is. They have no reason to suspect that we would be doing what we are doing, which I still am kind of coming to terms with in terms of just general morality versus legality standpoint. But even so, it is secure. I know this to be a fact. One thing I will ask is, did we get an ID or a face on the guard that was unconscious?
Bloody. No, not really. Can we remember that?
Yeah, you can make a history check.
Yeah.
Go for it. As this is happening, you hear some like banging coming from inside Ólafur's house. You hear like almost like something smashing, like kind of thing. And Ólafur turns around and is like, "God damn it, those boys are such a fucking problem, sons of bitches." And then he like refocuses. Yes, go for it.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
nice.
You know that guard was wearing a kabuki mask that covers the lower half of their face, and you know. Oh, are you talking about the one that was killed, or the one that was unconscious? Actually, is maybe a better question. You'd remember both.
Yeah, I would, right? I
Yeah.
would say the one that's like left alive.
Cool. The one
Yeah.
that's left alive. So you know that he was wearing a kabuki mask that was like white in color. He had, as far as you could tell, like kind of blondish tufts of hair that were like very like almost matted and like thick. And he had very like squinty slit kind of eyes that like were very menacing when he was awake, like kind of like very piercing through your kind of soul kind of thing. Yes.
Didn't if I'm remembering correctly, didn't he have like his mouth stitched shut?
That was the other
Well,
one.
that was
Yeah.
the dead one.
I
That
think
was
it was.
the dead
okay.
I think I took the armor off the one that was actually unconscious, right?
Did you take the one that was
Oh.
unconscious
Because
or
it
the
was
dead?
just a
I thought it
body.
was the dead one.
We came across like a body, and then we were like, oh, like someone was. Oh yeah, it may have been the dead one actually. Yeah, sorry.
I think you
It
looked
was
at the
the
dead
dead
one.
one,
Yeah. And so you would also know that the one that was dead was a human. Again, they had like hair that was spiked, though it was kind of flattened a little bit. You can see bits were kind of spiked out, but it was flattened from the helmet that they've been wearing. And they had like a green streak going up the center of this like blackish hair. And yes, they had their nose cut off where the soft cartilage is, and their mouth had been stitched shut.
Can I check the back of the armor, see if there's like his name written in it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So
Make an investigation check. Go for it.
Like his mom wrote his name in his armor.
Oh man.
Tag.
Oh well, it's his fault. He's a fascist.
Have a great day, sweetie.
I got a 6.
A 6. You're kind of looking around, and you're like, it's sweaty and it's a bit nasty, and no, you can't really see any scratchings or names or anything like that.
Okay.
Do we know? Does Arnar and Toad know about like them like cutting off the noses, like things like that happening? Are we privy to that?
What I would say is you're both fairly intellectual and have experienced a fair amount. I'm happy for both of you to make history checks with advantage, if you wish.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay. Yeah.
advantage,
History check. Okay.
Let's get in on that then.
Where's my study?
Wow. Ooh. That's it's a little bit better. I got 17.
17?
Yeah, I got 13.
Okay. So, Toad, you may have been told a little bit about this from Arnar, but Arnar, in your time studying, you learned that basically after the first rebellion that happened here in the People's Republic, which was a big movement led by the Defiant in the early days of the People's Republic, led by the grand leader of the Defiant at the time, an amazing woman known as Zenobia. And after this big first rebellion happened, they basically imposed a heavy lockdown in deep downtown. During that lockdown, near 250, 260 people died of starvation within the first couple of weeks. Within the month that then continued during this lockdown, the death toll rose to about 500 people in deep downtown died of starvation as they trapped the people down there and refused to give them food and water rations, which is why the very bottom of the People's Republic is abandoned, basically. And what you know is that after this happened, the Imperials brought in a new type of guards, known as the Imperial Silence. This is what all new Imperial guards are basically called. And you know, Arnar, that when you become part of the Imperial Silence, you have to do something called the vow. What that entails exactly, you're not 100% sure, though the only thing you are sure of is that when you do take the vow, your mouth must be stitched closed and your nose must be sliced off.
And they can still speak somehow?
He spoke to us.
He did speak.
Huh. How do they even eat or shit? They can't even give a little kissy kissy to their significant other. That's horrible. It's awful.
The vow is
Man.
the vow is a dark thing. So yes, you would know that that's where that comes from.
Okay.
So would anyone like to put anything inside? I'm happy to take anyone's stuff and quickly chuck it in the entryway, if you'd like me to.
Well, FYI, we've got bags of holding, so just do
That doesn't look like a bag of holding. That looks like a dragon.
Sorry, it's a swag of holding. My bad.
Oh,
It is very cute.
A drag of holding?
I see that you recently bumped into to Greg at Lend Us a Hand. I'm sure. Is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was your name Greg? I can ask actually.
That
He's
guy's
very kind.
That guy's hilarious. I've had a couple of drinking sessions with him. He's a blast. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Seemed a bit lonely.
Yes, his wife left him a year
Yeah.
ago or so, and he's still kind of recovering from that.
Oh,
Yes.
that poor man.
Yeah, she found a wealthier gentleman in Uptown that sold nicer gauntlets and ended up marrying him.
No. That's what you gotta watch out for, I guess.
You know what? Also, good for her. Get that back if she was.
Ulf was like, no,
How much?
I hadn't looked at it from that angle. That's that's funny. I like that.
So much heartbreak around us recently too. I mean that from the first time we met, remember the Jessica, the what was that creature that we fought, and then this, and did you guys? I don't know if I told you this, but the one with the sign, the monk that we fought on the airship. I think him and that Half-Orc, I believe they were actually lovers too. I didn't tell you guys this, but
Hey,
when he was stalling, he was
Wait a minute.
quite his love to her. It was. I've been trying to write a song about it, but we'll bring it up later.
What's it?
Toad,
The
I've got
monk?
an idea. I've got an idea. The name of your song could be "Love Is All Around," though heartbreak is also fucking everywhere. Something like that. It's a work in progress title. What do you think?
Love and heartbreak.
That's what much better. Yeah, Arnar. Sorry, my apologies. I interrupted you. What were you asking?
This is actually just Sam.
Go for it.
Did the monk have no nose and had a mouth that was stitched shut?
No, the monk had all his facial features intact.
Okay, I was wondering because you said silent, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
Ooh, good thought.
but no.
Good thought. Good
Never mind.
thought.
Never
Well,
mind.
if you guys hadn't have murdered him, you might have found out a little bit more about. There's lots of murder going on.
Yeah, quite a bit of murder.
So, anyone stuff inside, or are we good to go?
I think we're good. I'm good. Don't worry, you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Is our apartment? Will we know if our apartment's on the way back to where we're going? Like, is that on the way?
It's out of the way. It's a little bit off from the path that you're likely to take.
I can go later. So yeah, that's no issue.
Okay.
Toad is good.
1 second. I'm just going to tell the boys something. And you see him open the door. As he opens the door, you see a young half-orc lad in black leather armor just fall down the stairs. Just down the stairs. And kind of sits up and he's like, "Oh, damn, dude, that was crazy." And he turns back around and he's like, "Yo, Rafe, next time we need to make the trade. Hey, Ulfur, dude, sorry, we were, he's like, "I told you, boys, to not cause ruckus while I turn. What is wrong with you lot? Please, just stop destroying my stairs with fucking trays, sliding down them on your butts. It's just not appropriate." As this is said, you see another half-orc young lad kind of poke his head at the top of the stairs. He goes, "Sorry, Ulfur, dude, my bad, sorry, dude." And he's like, "Rafe, we will talk later. You are already in trouble from the last time. Oh, god damn it. Right, okay, you guys, make sure nobody comes here. If anyone knocks on the door, do not fucking answer, okay? And if any, especially if the guards come, do not fucking answer. Be quiet. Go into the basement. Jesus Christ, get yourself up, Nardo. Nardo, get the hell up. Come on, get up, Nardo." And the guy, the little half-orc gentleman at the bottom of the stairs kind of stands up and he's like, my back. Okay, sorry all for, yeah, be safe. Hey, everybody. He's like, "Stop talking to them. We're busy. Go be busy. Go do your own thing. Get out of here." And he turns around and shuts the door and just, fuck me.
Everything okay?
Yes, basically, me and Anthea adopted some lads. There's 4 of them, and they're training to be water runners at the moment. They're just, they're in that teenage phase where they're just willing to always fuck with me and then laugh at me when I get mad, and then they do things that make me laugh, and then I laugh, and then it gets them off the hook, and it's like this big problem, But they're good. They're good kids. They're good lads.
Is that a phase?
I fucking hope it's a phase.
Oh.
It's not a phase, Mom.
In his head, Blanco has a memory and remembers Goric and just wishes that she had been able to get to see him. He wishes to get to see him in his teenage years. Knows that he's missing out on that at the moment. That's just not something that he's involved in.
But the good boys. There's good boys. You got Mikey, you got Rafe, you got Nardo, and you got Donnie. They're really lovely lads. I'm sure you'll meet them when we come back later. If you decide to stay here, or if you crash at Arna's, then whatever. Cool. If everyone's ready, let's make our way to the Torah. If that's cool with everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the reason for this?
We need to go speak to Amani, and she's actually doing the fight night. She's like the medical advisor, like healer for the fight night.
And there are many people there.
Usually a couple hundred. Yeah, it's pretty busy. But he kind of leans in and he gestures to Arnar and Toad. As you know, it's the mafia's territory too. So we don't need to worry about guards. There won't be any guards there. But yeah, so I shall lead the way. And he turns and kind of begins meandering down the street.
Seems like such a meanderer. Oh my lord.
He's a bit of a pootler mixed with a meanderer, one of those. And he begins walking. Do you guys follow? Anyone doing anything before you guys follow him?
I don't think so. I mark his house on the map.
I made. Do you open the map?
Yeah, I got to, I guess.
Okay, as you open the map, you hear, "Hello, my intrepid adventurers! I'm so glad to see you."
I forgot
all
about
again."
this.
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious me! Hello, what can I
Hit
do
the
for
mute
you?
button. Hit the mute button. I'm gonna do I know if there's
Oh,
like a
yeah.
mute button on it from being
I
here?
hold it up to you. You want to tell it to shut up?
Oh, what can I do for you, my little toad friend? Hello.
Do I know how to make it stop since I've like seen him before? Is there like a mute button or is there a way to?
If you talk harshly to it, it typically listens. You know, Toad and Arnar, you know that these maps are given out at the gates, and they're like semi-sentient maps that kind of begin to learn and grow with the group that they're with, or whoever they're kind of with. And he's like, what can I do for you, my Toad friend?
I'm gonna need you to turn that volume down to a 0 for now, okay? Just we'll let you know when to bring the volume back on, but for now, just bring it down a little bit. Thank you.
I apologize. I will. What can I do for you?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Pitch as well. If you could just change that, maybe. Like if there's
Maybe a
setting
little
for
lower
that,
register.
just a little bit lower.
Hello. No.
So now you've gone higher.
Oh, I mean, your soprano is lovely, but we're gonna need you to bring it down to more of like a tenor or perhaps like a baritone.
Yeah, try and match Toad if you can.
Hello.
That better.
Hello. Is that more to your taste?
It's
Less
remarkably
grating.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so
What?
what can I do for you?
Oh, can you just mark this location?
Yes, marking it now, my intrepid adventurers. Oh, no problem at
Precious.
all.
Yeah, and
This
then like
feels worse somehow.
So,
Do I sound like that? Wait, do
No.
you guys are just
no. You got like a
I think we sound very similar indeed.
sound like a Billy Goat scrap.
Is there anything else I can do for you
Just
today?
roll the map up.
Yeah,
and
I
mark it.
All right.
No one
Seal
loves
it.
you.
Ulfur's at the end of the road, and he's like, guys, come on.
We're
Yes,
coming. We're
Yeah,
coming.
we
Yeah.
follow.
Is there actually a place for us to just rest when we get there? I'm so sorry. It's just yeah. I mean, it's been a long day.
Evis, I completely forgot to ask. How are you feeling? Did you get to the medical center? Did you meet the Camille? Did you meet Kathleen?
Yes.
Oh.
We went to the medical center.
Kathleen is
But still,
wonderful.
she's a delight. She's very kind, very thorough. But I just want to make sure that there's a place to rest. It's it's been a lot.
Yes. Oh, there's 100%. There's seats everywhere.
If it's
You'll
not
be
an
100%
inconvenience.
fine. No. You'll be
Okay.
totally fine. There's loads of places for you to relax and sit, and I'm sure, once we've met Imani, things will be perfectly fine. You don't need to worry about resting. I got you. No problem.
There might
Okay.
be a way that we
Did,
can get
did-
Evis a ride. We know of a taxi. We know a gentleman named Abe that Arnar, I think I gave you his business card. Is it
Was
Yes.
this after that?
Abe.
Slow
Was
Abe?
this after that excursion with the possible killing? Was this after that or before?
Wait. So you took a taxi from the killing to the medical center.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
We did.
not from the killing. Not directly from the killing, no.
Technically, it wasn't a killing. It was self-defense and someone unconscious.
Okay,
Yes.
semantics aren't important. What
Full motive,
service did
still
you
murder.
use? What service did you use?
It was Slow Apes. Taxi
Yeah,
service.
Bill's taxi company.
The one who
He
works
was
for
very
Bill?
helpful, lovely
Yeah,
man.
they-
Yeah,
Like,
really nice. Very informative.
Muy
Knows the
bueno,
city.
One of the
like
best
that.
taxi
rápido,
ranks.
I think we could probably all fit on
Yeah.
that.
Again, you are so
Interesante.
freaking lucky that you chose Sleepy Abe and Bill's taxis. They are one of the most
Sleepy Abe.
corrupt taxi companies in the city. So you are so lucky that you chose them. They will not say anything. Fucking, it seems like you guys are lucky idiots. It seems like to me at this point, or have been
Whoa,
today.
idiots. Whoa,
Whoa.
hey now. They made a mistake. Okay, they're new to town, but
Hmm.
idiots
That's
know
fair.
that's.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I'm getting riled up. That's fair. That's fair. I take it back. I'm
Me-
sorry. I'm getting riled up.
It's something you learn. I mean, at one point I probably didn't have the instinct to tie up loose ends, but now I do after marinating in this cesspit of a city for many years.
Well, I like that. I like the way you think. We're same page. Same page. Yes, indeed.
Hmm.
So, here, let me, Evis, yes, we'll 100% make sure that you're fine for
Thank you.
relaxation, and it's not a long walk. Don't worry. Well, it's a quick
Okay.
one. We'll. I know lots of shortcuts. Don't worry.
At this point,
Oh,
Blanco leans in and Evis, you are very welcome to take my shoulder and put some of your weight here on my shoulder, and I shall help you through.
Oh,
Do you
oh,
want-
I
do you want me
wouldn't
to, like-
want to be a burden.
I can put you in my bag of
That's enough.
swag of holding and like with your head popping out. I think, so you can still breathe and then you're not being like, yeah. Because it's like a long zip. Like it definitely could fit a person in there.
Evis, it's not a bad idea.
I've never. Alia bless us all. If I'm gonna, sure. If she'll allow me to be in a swag of holding, then that's what she wishes.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wish to get Evis in your swag of holding, I don't see why that would work. It's an extra dimensional space. As long as Evis leaves their head out, then they're all good.
Nice.
Ooh, oh, and then here, hand me the bag, because Evis, I know you and Win has a special connection too, so I can carry you as well. Kind of let you kind of fly up high, so you can kind of get a nice breeze if you would like.
Butterfly in the sky. That's all I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
Exactly like that. This is a great idea. You know what? Though you guys have made some bad decisions today, that seems like a nice one. I'm on board with that. Sweet. So Evis begins kind of climbing in one foot at a time and pulling up this swag of holding up and around till just their head is poking out, and now they're about this size.
Put it
Mildly
around
creepy, but
Toad.
cool at
It's
the
just-
same time.
It's just a floating head with like a long white braid, like out like a fucking tendril, and everything's fine.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You guys begin making your way across the city. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Sky Realm. We really, really appreciate it. Let's try that again. Let's just go. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Sky Realm. We really appreciate you coming and joining us. We hope you enjoyed seeing the Green Jalapenos do their second ever musical performance, and then our cast make their way into Midtown to the Isogashi Bazaar to encounter some of the city life as they get some food and buy some wares before heading to Ulfur's house. Make sure you join us for next episode when our party head into downtown to the Claw Mafia's headquarters, the Torrential bathhouse. But thank you guys so much. We do now, by the way, have a Discord server with a community of over 200 people in it, interacting, sharing thoughts, opinions, as well as also sharing projects and ideas, things like that. Not to mention, it's a chance for you to interact with Tom and myself and any of the other members of the Hat D team. So if you're interested in that, there is a link in the description. As well as that, the final thing is we do have a newsletter at the moment. It's called the Newsletter of Holding. You can join 400 other people who are receiving free content from us on a regular basis. So if you do
subscribe to the newsletter. You get free D&D supplements like monsters, NPCs, battle maps, and a bunch of other stuff. As well as that, you also get entered into all of our family-made XL dice giveaways that happen regularly. But the best part about it is you get updates on our upcoming airship combat Kickstarter that we have been working on and we're hoping to release very, very soon. So if any of that interests you, please click the link in the description. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. We really, really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys in the next episode.